Hi, this is Seth David from the world famous Nerd Enterprises Incorporated, bringing to you an introduction to bookkeeping. Whether you're a business owner who's doing his or her own bookkeeping because you're just starting out, or you're a bookkeeping professional who's looking either to break into a career in bookkeeping, or you've already got a career in bookkeeping going, but you're looking to take on a wider base of clients, maybe some bigger clients. Bottom line, you know you could do more, you know you could learn more, then pay attention because this course is for you. Bookkeeping is defined very broadly as simply as entering financial transactions. But if you're a bookkeeping professional, then you already know that it goes much, much deeper than that. When you're entering those financial transactions, you're painting a picture. That picture is made for the business owner, your boss, or your client, or if you are the business owner, you're doing it for yourself. Those pictures are what are going to tell you what's the financial position of my company as of today and how did it perform over a period of time. There's three canvases we're working on here. We're working on the balance sheet, which is a snapshot. It's a moment in time. What does my company look like? What do I own? What do I owe? What's the book value of my company? The profit and loss, the revenue that I generated, the expenses, what things did I have to pay for in order to generate that income, and what's the difference, what's the net income, how much money did I make over a period of time. Next, we have the statement of cash flows. I don't expect you in either camp, business owner or bookkeeping professional, to know how to prepare a statement of cash flows, but you should know how to read one, at least at a cursory level. You should understand, at the very least, why it answers the following question, which I get asked all the time by my business owner clients, which is the following. They come to me and they say, Seth, my profit and loss says I made $100,000, but I don't have $100,000 in the bank. Why is that? And I tell them, well, the answer is going to be found in the statement of cash flows. Let's take a look. You should be able to walk yourself or your client or your boss through the statement of cash flows, at least enough to know how to answer that question. Now, if you're a bookkeeping professional already, then you already know what I'm about to tell you, but let me help reinforce it. If you've never seen this or had this explained to you before in concept, then pay attention. There are 5 account types that we work with on any set of books. No matter what accounts you're using, no matter where you're posting a transaction, it's going to fall under one or more of these 5 account types. And the 5 account types are spread out over the balance sheet and the profit and loss. We're talking about your assets, the things you own or have rights to, your cash, your accounts receivable, fixed assets, intangibles, prepaids, and inventory, just to name a few. We're talking about your liabilities. These are the things that you owe. These are obligations. You've made commitments to pay for things in the future. Your accounts payable, credit cards, payroll liabilities, loans, and lines of credit, again, just to name a few. The difference between the two is your equity. This is what the business is worth at a moment in time, your owner's equity or your retained earnings. Next, we have the profit and loss accounts, your revenue. What did you earn in exchange for the services or products that you've sold? And finally, your expenses. These are the things you have to pay for in order to keep your business going. This is what it cost you to generate that revenue that you generated. Stay tuned for one more minute because we're going to take a look at the formulas that are inherent in the balance sheet and the profit and loss. Again, it's so important to understand these concepts, whether you're a bookkeeping professional or a business owner. For the bookkeeper, it's because you want to understand when you're posting every transaction that you ever post exactly how it's going to impact these financial statements. For the business owner, you want to know enough to be able to keep a decent set of books so that when you turn it over to the bookkeeping professional, when you're ready to hire that person, you can go on and focus on what you've had in your mind's eye from the day you started your business, your dream, your vision, your hope, to go on and do whatever it is that you do, which is not bookkeeping. So bookkeeping professional or business owner, this course is going to help you take things to the next level and really prepare yourself for what's to come in the future. You've already heard me make reference to the fact that on the balance sheet and on the profit and loss, there are formulas that are inherent. The balance sheet says that assets minus liabilities equals your equity. The profit and loss says revenue minus expenses equals net income. The balance sheet is going to look a little different, however, when it comes to its actual presentation in its report or financial statement form. What we're going to do is apply a little bit of algebra and add the liabilities to both sides of the equation so that what we get is assets equals liabilities plus equity. This is why it's called a balance sheet. It has to balance. The assets must equal the total of the liabilities and equity. And this is one of the first relationships that's critically important to understand when you're entering financial statements, financial transactions, or for that matter, when you're doing bookkeeping. Because as you see when we go on in this course, There are going to be relationships we're going to look at. So first, understanding the formulas and how these numbers are arrived at is the key, because then we'll have a much better understanding when we're recording these transactions into how to look at a particular transaction on the surface in terms of what actually happened and convert that into its financial accounting equivalent. That's what I'm going to teach you in this course. I'm going to teach you how to look at a real-life scenario and break that down into its financial accounting components so that you can take any situation. If you're a bookkeeper, you can look at any client in any industry, have an understanding of what happened in the real world, and convert that into its financial accounting equivalent so you can post the transaction properly in QuickBooks or whatever financial accounting software you use, so that the ultimate outcome is that you have those three canvases, those three pictures painted that accurately represent the financial position of the company at a certain point in time and over a given period of time. This course is presently being written by Nerd Enterprises Incorporated and is being considered by lynda.com to be picked up and shown in their website as a course on bookkeeping. Show your support by posting your comments here wherever you see this video posted, and let lynda.com know that you would love to see this as a course offered on their website.